Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. So Richardson Hitchins retains his IBF World Super Lightweight title, beating up, dropping, and stopping George Kambosos in 8 rounds at MSG NYC. Hitchins improves his record to 20-0 with 8 KOs. Now, I can't imagine there were many people outside of Australia who were picking Kambosos to win this fight. The question for most people, I would imagine, was whether Hitchins can actually stop Kambosos and whether Kambosos would retire after this defeat. Well, Hitchins did manage to get the stoppage in impressive fashion, I might add, but I've not yet heard about Kambosos' future plans. I thought this was a really nice performance by Richardson Hitchins. And this really speaks to the difference, which I highlighted in my most recent live stream, between boxing and running. Because Richardson Hitchins boxed in this fight. He didn't run. There was no excessive movement. And even if you are moving excessively, as long as you're punching often enough, I can accept it. What I can't accept is the guys who run around the ring with all this excessive movement and barely throw any shots. If that's what you like to do, you need to go take up track and field. Boxing ain't for you. Not professional boxing. You have an obligation to entertain. People are paying money to watch you. Anyway, Richardson Hitchins showed what boxing is all about. He displayed a beautiful jab in there against Kambosos. Bust up his face with it. He's got a long reach at 74 inches. Richardson Hitchins, he's 5'10", at least according to BoxRec. He might be shorter than that in real life, but certainly he had a very clear and decided reach advantage over Kambosos, and he used it very well. The jab wasn't just accurate and quick enough, it was also thudding. It was a hurtful jab. It was his bread and butter in this fight, and it set up all his other shots. The right hand, the left hook to the body, everything came off that jab. George Kambosos was plucky, gutsy. He did what he could, tried to get in close and at mid-range and let his shots go. But Hitchins, for the most part, was defensively sound. He was able to block, slip, and roll and come back with counters. He actually engaged Kambosos on the inside at moments in this fight, particularly in the second half of it. But Kambosos did manage to have some success in those spots, and so Hitchins decided to take it back to the outside where he was in complete control. He hurt Kambosos, I think it was in the 5th. Kambosos came back in the 6th, made it through the 7th, but in the 8th round, Richardson Hitchins landed a beautiful body shot, and this is after kind of goading Kambosos and trying to break him down psychologically. Landed the body shot, down went Kambosos. He did manage to get to his feet, but the referee decided he was in no position to continue. Either that or he decided he didn't quite beat the count, and the fight was waved off. Now, Kambosos isn't as good today as he was when he fought and beat Teofimo Lopez several years ago. And many people would argue that George Kambosos was never that good to begin with. I think he gets quite a harsh rap, to be honest, from various members of the boxing community, including ex-fighters like Paulie Malignaggi, trainers like Teddy Atlas, and so on. But what I will say is Kambosos clearly doesn't like slick boxers, the likes of Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins. He also lost to Vasyl Lomachenko. He was stopped by him last year. And Lomachenko isn't necessarily slick. He's more of a fleet-footed volume puncher. But you can certainly see the parallels between Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins. Got very similar styles, although Richardson Hitchins, for my money, is a bit more crowd-pleasing. Not like all of his fights are crowd-pleasing, far from it. He's had a couple of stinkers, but yeah, I prefer Hitchins' style or Hitchinson's version of that particular style to Haney's version. So yeah, Hitchins gets Kambosos out of there in what was his first defense of the IBF World Super Lightweight, or Light Welterweight as they used to call it, title, which he won against Liam Paro on a split decision over 12 last year in Puerto Rico. Hitchins will now presumably seek to try and unify with one of the other champions, those being Gary Antoine Russell, WBA champion, WBC champion Alberto Puello, and WBO champion Teofimo Lopez. Although, a word of caution, the 140-pound division, just like 135, has been cursed over the past few years with boxing divas. Fighters who are ridiculously entitled, over-demanding, and completely unrealistic in many instances as far as the purses they think they should be getting for unification matchups. Of the current champions at 140, Teofimo Lopez is certainly guilty of that. Hopefully the others in Russell, Puello, and even Hitchins himself will be more reasonable. We shall see. But let me know what you guys thought about Hitchins' performance against Kambosos. Did you like it? Who do you see him fighting next? And how do you think he would fare against the other champions at 140 pounds? Leave me your comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.